I'm Dr. Judy, and this is, well, in my opinion. Today we're asking the question, what if you could never have sex with your partner again?
I mean, they can help me. I can't really satisfy them, can I? I mean, I can kiss them.
That's a noble thing. But if you think about down
It's
the
not
line, and you'll never have sex with your partner, you're deprived of sex for the rest of your life because you're not going to cheat on your partner, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to cheat.
Okay, so you're
But
going to have no sex for the rest of your
But that's like
life.
breaking up with someone who has a terminal illness.
That's true. Like I said, it's noble, but is it plausible?
That's maybe when the open relationship could come. I don't know.
Also, it depends on like if you just started dating someone or if you've been in a relationship with someone for a long time. If you've been in a relationship with someone for a long time and they all of a sudden were unable to have sex, let's say they became quadriplegic or paraplegic, would that be a reason to break up with them? No, absolutely not. That would be a really unethical thing to do. Now, if you're unable to have sex, one, that does open the door for temptation. Two, it hampers your sexual drive, and honestly, that can have huge implications on your mental state, your well-being, your happiness, and not everyone's programmed for that. So at the same time, if someone was like, you know what, this is making me really unhappy and I feel the need to have sex, that's a huge human response, and it's about communicating that to someone and being upfront and honest. I would try and make it work. I would do everything I could so you can get creative.
I mean, that's what you would have to do. Now, if that doesn't work and you feel like the creativity is out the window and you're thinking about stepping out on that person, then you need to have a conversation. And they would have to respect that. But then in my mind, if I put myself in their shoes, I would be like, well, yeah, some things I would feel bad within myself because it's something I can't help, you know?
Right.
So it's like, you got to deal with like a bunch of emotions. It's just going to be like kind of a roller coaster.
Come on, Mariah Carey. Emotions. Yes, that's what I'll be feeling. We listen to that every day, going through it. That's a hard one.
Yeah, that is a hard one.
So who's having the most sex worldwide? It's Greece with an average of 164 encounters per person per year. The least, Japan at an average of 45 encounters per person per year. But no sex ever again? It seems like that would be pretty challenging for humans everywhere.
I think I could stay with someone if they couldn't have sex again.
Would you be monogamous? Or would there need to be an agreement that you could explore your sexuality outside of the relationship if your girlfriend could no longer have sex?
I would be monogamous. I mean,
for the rest of your life.
I mean, we'd have to find ways to try to pleasure each other other ways.
Because it also has, how long have you been with that person? At what point in your relationship do you have kids and you have this full life in other ways? Or is it like, we've been dating for 3 years and I just proposed to you and this happened? I think that changes the context too, don't you?
It really sounds bad if you say, I'm not going to be with you because we can't have sex anymore. You know what I mean? It sounds like a gut punch. Like, I'm not going to be with you because you can't be intimate with me in a certain way. So goodbye. We do need that primal feeling of I'm gonna hunt you down and I'm going to, it's just like it's just a primal thing for men and women. I'm all creeped out. You're gonna hunt her down. I'm just teasing you. I'm totally teasing you. No, but I know what you mean. Yeah, the sexual urge is a thing that is a real thing. It doesn't just go away because you can't have sex with your girlfriend anymore. Right. So how do you make it work? For me, I think if it was early in the relationship, I might absolutely be like, you're gonna have to be cool with me, having boyfriends, have to have that conversation. Like, I'm in love with you, but I also need to have sex. But yeah, like you said, sex is a big deal. That's why we're here talking about it, right? Yeah. Yeah. It's tough to picture like never having sex with your person again.
Yeah.
To think about myself not fulfilling that need with another person, it's kind of hard because it's like something I want to keep doing.
Yeah, and don't you think you get a certain amount of your sense of self and like pride and self-confidence from your sexual experiences with another person? Like, how would that affect you? There's so many things that are wrapped up in human sexuality beyond just the act of sex. So you want to feel sexy, you want to feel engaged in that way, and if you never got to have that, it could actually like make you a crappier person because you didn't get that that sense of self from it.
What about other ways though? Say oral or
Sure.
You know, I mean, is that enough?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. I would like to think that would be enough, but
Yeah, it's something. It just feels different.
yeah,
It feels different.
there's a total different connection.
Yeah.
For sure.
What if you were the person who wasn't able to have sex again, and then the person wanted to have that conversation with you? How would you feel?
Oh, I think you first would be so sad that you couldn't fulfill that for that person.
Right, but would you fight for him to stay, or would you fight for him to be like, hey, you can go find your own?
No, I would be like, absolutely, I totally understand. I mean, fuck you, because I'm more than
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
but
right.
also I understand.
Yeah.
I think you'd be both. You'd be mad
Mm-hmm.
because you like to think that people are with you for more than sex, right? Like my sense of humor or whatever, my creative spirit or how.
But that's not going to propagate the species.
No. We got enough humans. We don't need any more. We got plenty for now.
True.
But yeah, no, I think it would be difficult early on. If you've been with somebody forever and you have kids and, you know, maybe you're only sleeping together once every couple months anyways, who cares? No big deal.
Well,
at
that doesn't
that
sound
point.
fun.
Well, you know, it happens when we're long-term relationships. You don't think like
You have to make time.
people in their 60s and 70s aren't like knocking it out every day anymore. I
guarantee there's people who keep it alive.
Yeah, probably.
Unbelievably, there are many marriages and long-term relationships out there that are defined as sexless, and the definition is that you haven't had sex in probably the last year or so. The problem, of course, with sexless relationships is that sexual intimacy is one of the ways you grow and bond as a romantic partnership. Without sex, you lose a very important part of that bonding process. And while you still may feel very familial to that person, maybe they're even your best friend, you take away the part of the relationship that's really special that makes it romantic. If it's because one person has a health issue, that's kind of a different thing. But if the person doesn't have a health issue and perhaps it's emotional issues that are holding them back from wanting to get sexually intimate with you, then you need to see a professional and work it out and see if there's a path forward. I'm Dr. Judy, and this has been, well, in my opinion. Like and subscribe below. This episode is brought to you by Giddy, the source of sexual health and wellness news and information. If you have any sexual health or wellness questions, go to getmegiddy.com.